Welcome back to Ion's coverage, of the NWSL. Super excited to be with you here on match day 23 for a historic evening at Providence Park in Portland. Not every day you get a jersey retirement in the National Women's Soccer League, although about a month ago we had one in San Diego with Alex Morgan. Tonight we're getting one in Portland with Christine Sinclair. It's not a long list, Kylan, of players that have had that honor in the National Women's Soccer League. It's a league that's only been around for a little bit more than a decade, and yet still, Christine Sinclair absolutely deserves to be at the top of the list.
Sinclair deserves to be at the top of the list and to have her jersey retired by Portland specifically. You mentioned the league's only been around a little over a decade. That's how long she played for the Portland Thorns, winning 3 NWSL championships, 2 NWSL Shields. Also really left a major mark on the Canada national team as well. 6 FIFA Women's World Cups, and just being the best of people off the field as well. Beloved by everyone in Portland for sure.
So now we send it out to Providence Park for Christine Sinclair's jersey retirement ceremony with the Portland Thorns. Enjoy. We'll send it out to Providence Park as soon as they get the video ready and queued to go for Christine Sinclair's jersey retirement ceremony. Of course, if there's a city that can honor a soccer legend appropriately, Portland definitely on that short list. Absolutely great to see Providence Park full.
Some call her the GOAT. 3 Olympic medals. 3 NWSL championships. 190 international goals. The most scored by any player, ever. But I didn't do it alone. I had the best teammates in the world. Tonight, we carry on Sinky's legacy. Now and forever. Once a thorn, always a thorn.
So excited to celebrate you, Sinky, because you deserve all the roses.
Thorns fans, please direct your attention to the field and welcome our host for tonight's ceremony. She's a Canadian legend in her own right, also a Thorn from day one, and a longtime teammate and close friend of Christine Sinclair. With 2 championships together here in Portland, Karina LeBlanc.
Portland, thank you for showing up. Today we make history, and we are part of her history. We honor the truth that this will never ever happen again, that number 12 will be played on this field. We retire her number. It seems only fitting, 12 years, for what she did at University of Portland. For what she did for the Portland Thorns. And what she did globally. Anytime anybody walks through the gates of this historic building, they will see your name. It's a testament. She's already being a fool. It's a testament to the work you've done, the impact you've had in all of our lives, and how you've changed our lives. We have 2 of her former players because we asked Sinclair, who's impacted you greatly? Emily Menges, Marion Dalmy Doherty, please come and speak. Thank you.
First of all, Portland, thank you for showing up today. This is unbelievable, and it is so well deserved for this player right here. There are so many things I could say, but I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet. the first is it's an absolute honor to be standing on this pitch with you one last time. So, we're here. We are here to celebrate a phenomenal player, but she's done so much more than that, than just being a player. She has impacted every single person in this stadium and the world around us because of who she is as a player and how she shows up. The moment I stepped into that locker room to be your teammate, I watched you lead with the utmost confidence. It was a quiet confidence, but it was a confidence that inspired every single teammate around you. And you made us better because your constant pursuit for excellence. It made every single one of us better, and it is what brought home championships after championships here. Because of you and your leadership. You are, when I say this, you are the heartbeat of the Portland Thorns in this organization. And you are the soul of this city and the passion that we have for soccer. So yes, we may be retiring the number 12 jersey today, but your legacy will live on forever. And every single person that walks in this stadium will have etched in their heart your number and what you represent. And every single player that wears that crest will know that they're representing you and one of the best.
Hi, everybody. It's so good to be back. I'll keep this quick. It's been pretty amazing for the city of Portland to experience a player and person as special as Sink in our own backyard. A pillar of the club for 12 years, on the field, she never let her quality, expectations of herself, or passion for the game drop. Off the field, her values of family and dedication to country and club shine through everything she does. She always knew when to use her voice, when it would have the most impact, and most importantly, she always made sure the rookies knew that hating Seattle was non-negotiable. Sink. Yeah. Sink. Your jersey becomes the second jersey to be retired in this stadium, appropriately right alongside Clive Charles, who brought you to Portland to play soccer all those years ago. He would be very proud. And I got to see firsthand at BC Place for your retirement how proud the entire country of Canada is of you. But I'd guess, and I think everyone here would agree, that the city of Portland is equally as proud to have you as their own. So, on behalf of everyone here and for everyone who has ever touched this club in a meaningful way, we want to say thank you, congratulations, and we love you.
Thank you. All right, before we get into the ceremony, we have a couple gifts. So from Ring, can we please have Ellie Booth present a gift to Christine, please? And then as that's happening, I'm going to ask the teammates, the former teammates, to please grab her jersey and jacket. And we're going to put it on her. Come on over, Sink. This is a one-for-one custom-made jacket just for you. Woo! Woo! Legend. You look good. All right. Portland, this is the moment we've been waiting for. I want you to, when I go 3, 2, 1, get up on your feet. Make this moment a moment you will never forget as we turn over here to the unveiling in 3, 2, 1, get loud!
So if you know me at all, this will be really quick. First of all, thank you guys. Thank you all for being here. Thanks to my family. I think there's a huge chunk of them up there. You guys are why I play. That's why I played the game, why I loved it so much. I want to thank the fans of Portland, the Rose City faithful, the Riveters, of course. And every single supporter who stood behind us, you know, through the highs, the lows, the wins, the losses, a few championships. Doesn't matter what they said, you guys are truly the heartbeat of this club, and playing in front of you has been one of the greatest honors of my life. To the Portland Thorns organization, thank you for believing in women's soccer, for investing in us, and for creating an environment where players can truly thrive. To all my teammates, the ones that are here, the ones that for some reason couldn't make it, you pushed me, you inspired me, and shared in every moment of this journey. And I hope you know that none of this would be possible without you. To my family, 4 of them, the rest chickened out, they're up there. Thank you for your love, your sacrifices, and constant support. You've been with me every step of this incredible, wacky journey, and this moment belongs to you as it does to me. Yeah, they're great. What? Standing here tonight as the first player to have their number retired by the Thorns is truly humbling, but also I don't know who else would want to wear number 12, so yeah. Look, when I played, I never set out for the records or recognition, only to give everything I had for the game I loved, for this team, and for this city. To know that this jersey will hang forever as part of Portland's history is an honor beyond words. And my hope is that this legacy isn't just about me, but about what comes next. That the next generation of young soccer stars, especially the kids here tonight, will believe that anything is possible when you give your heart to the game. So one last time, thank you, Portland, this city, this team, and all these fans. You'll always be home.
Let's hear it one more time for the first ever Portland Thorns Hall of Fame member, with her number 12 forever retired from the pitch, Christine Sinclair.
I'm not crying, you're crying. Absolute scenes at Providence Park. Well done, Christine Sinclair. Well done, Thorns. Well done, Providence Park. Well done, Portland. When we return, locking in on the game, Portland versus Bay FC. You're watching the NWSL on ION.
Huff running at the defense. Has a couple of options. Goes wide on that left side. Play is slowed down. Now back inside the box. Flag stays down. Driven across. San Jose is rocking on that goal from Melanson.
Bay FC's last win came on June 7th, that 1-0 result against the Portland Thorns. Round 2 is coming up. Maura Sheridan and Jordan Angeli have the call after a quick break.
Saturday Night Soccer on Ion, presented by Capital One. Welcome to Providence Park, where the Portland Thorns host Bay FC. Hello, everyone. Alongside former NWSL midfielder Jordan Angeli, I'm Maura Sheridan. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Well, Jordan, we just saw Christine Sinclair have her jersey retired here at Providence Park, absolute legend of the game. But we have a game to play as well. Feels like a must-win for Portland and Bay.
It is. For this Portland team, you're at home. You have to use the momentum that you just had from that ceremony to help you on the field. This is a young team who is best at the press, so they have to utilize that early in this game. For Bay FC, it's now or never. And would you love to play spoiler in this moment? This is a team who has to bypass that press, find the space in the pockets, and play without Rachel Kunananji tonight, which is going to be a real challenge for them.
Well, let's take a look at the starting 11s for both sides. We'll begin with the home side, coached by Rob Gale, the Portland Thorns.
Yeah, and right away, Emma Vignola in the trade this week comes in to play left back for this Portland team. It pushes Reyes to the right, and those two love to get forward. Can they be active in their movement forward to feed Turner Torden and then Alexis Spanstra up front for this Portland team? And then for Bay FC, they keep Courtnall and Collins in those two center back positions. These are young center backs. They're going to have to stay together as a unit. And then Bodie and Bailey are going to be important because they need to find those pockets so they can find Carly Lima in quick transition moments and get her in behind this back line.
White kits on the road for Bay FC, black kits at home for the Portland Thorns. Thomas Snyder is our center referee. Corbin May on VAR. And we are underway as we cap off the night here on Ion. Thorns and Bay FC. The last time these two teams met, it was a 1-0 win for Bay. Alyssa Melanson had the lone goal in that game, and it was June 7th at PayPal Park. That's actually the last victory for Bay this season. 11 without a win for the visitors. Jordan Silkowitz, starting keeper. Sydney Collins paired up with Brooklyn Courtnall again as the two center backs for Albertine Montoya and his side. Tess Bodie picking up the pace. Lima. Caprice Dynasco played every minute this season for Bay. Rachel Hill, Bibar, the rookie, Bodie. Melanson really slips in behind there. Head-to-head with Alexis Spanstra, who gets the start here for Portland. Spanstra, just her second start this year. Her first one was game 1 of this NWSL season against Kansas City.
She's going to have her work cut out for her because both of these outside backs for Bay want to get forward, be aggressive in their positioning. You can see right there, Didasco and Melanson already in the attacking third in that first possession of the game. And this is going to be important because Portland is going to want to score early with the momentum created from that Sinclair jersey retirement. So can Bay stifle that a little bit and go straight at him? I love this energy right away from Bay FC. A couple of good attacks in the first 2 minutes.
Well, the pressure is on Bay because if they don't win this game, a draw or a loss, they are eliminated from playoff contention. They know they're the underdogs in this match, specifically without their star, Rachel Kundananji, the forward out, 5 yellow cards on the season. So that's a suspension in the NWSL. She has 4 goals and 3 assists with this Bay team. And now Caprice Didasco on the corner. Near post, off the leg of Dorian Bailey. And Fleming tries to clear, but aggressive there is Carly Lima. Albertine Montoya announced at the beginning of September that he'll be stepping down from this Bay team as a head coach at the end of the season. And just 3 more games after this, unless they're able to make a run into the postseason. Again, not totally out of it yet, Bay. But right now, second to last in the NWSL.
But they feel like this is a good matchup for them. The way that their midfield is composed with Bibar, Bailey, and Bodie. Those 3 against the 3 for Portland. It is a matchup that everybody we talk to at Bay FC feels like is good for them. So can they do this? Take some of the energy out of the crowd, get on the ball, play through the lines, make the press for Portland work against them. I think so far you're seeing a confident Bay team. It doesn't look like through the first few minutes that this is a team in 13th place in the league.
Well, it helps when you know that you've already beat a team this year as well. Bay's coming off a very disappointing 2-0 loss to Utah on the road last week. The Royals scored 2 goals in the first 18 minutes of that match, and Bay just couldn't respond. And Portland also coming off of a tough loss to Gotham. 3-0 was the final in that one. Spanstra gets fouled. It was the largest road loss for Portland since 2023 against Gotham. We're resting some players. Raylan Turner came in off the bench and they ran into a Gotham team that frankly is playing their best soccer now.
Watch out, NWSL. They are putting everybody on notice, but also this Portland team had to rotate. They played a different formation, couldn't get the pressure right.
Jordan, Moultrie, Hill, and Courtnall clears. There's M.A. Vignola. Big news, bit of a surprise this week that Vignola was traded from Angel City to this Portland team, as Hina Sugita, who won a championship with the Thorns in 2022, is now with the LA side.
I'm just thinking about the Hina Hive right now. They're probably so bummed. Big support from the supporters here in Portland for Hina Sugita, crucial member of their group. I do think Portland.
Moultrie on the service, Fleming, picked up by Silkowitz.
I think Portland in the end get the better of the trade, right? Not only do they get $600,000 for Hina Sugita, but they also get M.A. Vignola, and this, just that little overlap that Vignola does there gives Moultrie a little bit of space so she can play the ball in to Jess Fleming, and it also is the big call up for Jess Fleming. This is a Canadian international, so much experience, but now she's going to have a bigger role to play within the midfield.
Coffey to Torden on the cross, cut off by Silkowitz.
Nice little run here from Torden, and I think that the 2 center backs here for Bay are susceptible to these runs, just off the back shoulder, especially by a center forward. I noticed it in the game last week with Utah. Paige Monahan did that a lot against Bay. So Torden studying, making sure she is direct in moments, even when the ball is in that central channel, she can still get on the end of it.
No, Torden has 4 goals this year, but her last goal was all the way back on August 10th against Seattle. Now the rookie is trying to make some noise here today. We heard Sam Coffey, Rob Gale, head coach for Portland, say they want to smother this Bay team. Coffey. Bit of a soft pass there, obeys.
Well, they have to, Maura. This is one of the youngest teams in NWSL. They consistently put out a very young roster. So one of the things that you have to do is utilize that to your benefit and go hard, high press, get after teams, use that energy. And when Portland is at the best this year with Rob Gale, it's doing that, going quickly, smothering teams in the way that they press.
Well, there's Portland head coach Rob Gale, hoping to make the postseason for the 2nd straight year. This team, a lot of transition going into 2025. Big piece, Christine Sinclair retires at the end of the 2024 season. And Rob Gale had so many nice things to say about Christine Sinclair ahead of her jersey retirement ceremony, saying that when he took over on an interim basis at a couple of games into the 2024 season, Sinclair spoke to the media and said that Rob Gale helped her rediscover her love for soccer. It meant a lot to him as he took over a new role in a tough position at the time. It was a slide for Portland.
Can you imagine Christine Sinclair saying that about you? The club's in turmoil. You've never had a head coach job in this league before, and the best to ever play. Let's be real. Christine Sinclair has won 3 championships 2 shields, an Olympics, has 190 international goals, more than anybody in the world. And she says that about you, Maura? I mean, I would never stop talking about that.
Well, lots of Christine Sinclair stories coming over the course of this broadcast, but Rob Gale said it. Of course, it's difficult when you don't have that presence too every day in training with such a young group. Just steady the way. Everyone that talks about Christine Sinclair, nobody says she's the loudest in the room, but just that quiet confidence.
Such a testament to how people can lead differently, and she led every time she was out on the field, led in the way that she lived. Just a really kind person, but demanding, wanted to be the best that she could be. And it's cool to watch the ceremony beforehand and hear former teammates talk about how she's Portland soccer. She always has been, and she always will be.
Well, offside against the Thorns. You went up against her in college.
Yeah, I did go up against her in college. Actually, Albertine Montoya spoke about that game in our conversation with him, because he was one of my coaches that year in college. He said when he saw Christine Sinclair play for the first time, he thought, who is that? When she played for the Portland Pilots. She'll never forget me.
Yeah, you said you defended her well.
I had to man mark her. Good luck, right?
Bodie surging forward. Hill trying to get a shot off. And
that's close there.
Yeah, Hill is down right now. Vignola collapsing in defensively.
And it doesn't surprise me, this whole play starts with Mullinson stepping high, just gets a little toe poke. That's all it needs. And then Bodie can drive at the back line. Oh, this has got to be looked at here, because it looks like Hill's leg right there. I mean, this is the difficult part, right? Because Vignola gets there before Hill. So she wins the ball. Interesting. This will be one to look at as Hill gets a little bit of treatment.
Oh, Rachel Hill still down right now.
So, do you do tricks?
No, Richard, I'm a genius. I'm not doing tricks for you.
Right.
Oh, all right, fine. I'll show you one trick. Toss me your phone. Okay, here we go. NerdWallet will compare auto insurance rates for you in minutes.
Yep, just by answering a few simple questions.
Wow, smart.
Yeah, it's smart. It's genius, Richard.
Genius, Richard.
Get insurance at a price that works for you. Go to nerdwallet.com.
Well, Rachel Hill just trying to walk it off right now as 2 goals this year for Bay. And frankly, they can't afford to lose another forward here at Hill, with now 158 games played in her NWSL career. Is going to have to step off for this corner kick as Bay looks to take the lead on the road. Well, this Portland team has conceded 9 goals in the first 15 minutes of matches this year. That's the most in the NWSL. Dynasco, Melanson slams that off of Vignola. Melanson to Mackenzie Arnold. The keeper for Portland. 2 shutouts for Arnold. Missed 7 games with a couple of injuries over the course of this season as Bella Bixby stepped in. Saturday Night Soccer on Ion is presented by Capital One.
Well, when we talked to Sam Coffey this week, Maura, one of the things I think this game is calling for is a big tackle. She said sometimes in the first 15 minutes she needs to get a big tackle to set the tone, and it doesn't feel like this is the tone that Portland wanted to have through the first 15 minutes. Bay have had the majority. No, not good chances. I wouldn't say good. Ooh, maybe not.
Well, Carly Lima comes blazing in. Arnold wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, it's just it's slow from Portland. It's taken them a little bit to get into this game, and so that's why I speak about Coffey's comment. She said, sometimes I just tackle to get in a big tackle, to set the tone, to get my team hyped up, and I wouldn't be surprised in the next couple of minutes if we don't see that from Coffey.
Well, seeing some speed here from Reina Reyes. Intercepted there by Milan San. A bit of a pile up, and Reyes called for that.
It looked like at first glance Reyes did get the ball. And there it is. Yeah, she tackled the ball. I think she gets on the wrong end of that call. And that looks better from Reyes getting into the attack now at her natural right back position. Can play either side, but it's the benefit of bringing in a player like M.A. Vignola. Now you have two really aggressive minding, attacking outside backs.
Well, Reyes is the last to score for this Portland team.
Ooh, that's not good, huh? You don't want your outside back being one of your main goal scorers.
It was the 86th minute against San Diego. An equalizer. Obviously shut out in that match against Gotham last week. For Portland, they found ways to score this year. Just looking for some consistency from the likes of Raylan Turner, Torden, Olivia Moultrie. I just named some very young players.
Yes.
Cornell, Melanson, Reyes wins that battle. That could be a fun one tonight. Sam Hyatt and Mackenzie Arnold. Oh, Portland winless in the last 3 games here at Providence Park. Just so out of character for this club. 2 losses against Kansas City and Utah, and then that draw to San Diego on September 20th.
And even this, as Bay builds, look how wide their center backs are. If I'm Torden, why aren't they going to press and squeeze here? Because now it's just a free pass, and it's through the seams here for Bay.
Dorian Bailey, Taylor Huff, the rookie, off to her right. Reyes defending, Spanstra's there on the takeaway here for Portland. And chips it up here for Jessie Fleming.
It's a little pedestrian from Portland. If you're not going to go high press, then you have to manage the numbers in behind and make the seams tighter in between your front line and that back line of your defensive block. Because if there's space, Bay is very proficient with the ball at their feet. They'll connect through the lines and find the space. It's a good example of how quickly they can go and attack from one end to the other.
Played long from Sam Hyatt. Torden through the air. And Didasco. Torden, Moultrie takes off. Vignola makes a run as well. Moultrie through the middle, fouled. She's tripped up there by Bibar.
Well, Hannah Bibar didn't have very much time to get herself integrated into NWSL this summer when she came in. Has done a really good job. She can cover ground well, just gets too much of Moultrie in that moment. And now this is going to set up for Olivia Moultrie, who scored her last goal from a set piece. And it would mean a lot to her, I'm sure, scoring here at home on such a monumental day for the club.
No, Moultrie won a championship with Christine Sinclair in 2022, as did Sam Coffey. Moultrie. On this free kick, Silkowitz readies in net. Moultrie, the 20-year-old shoots, and it's just over the crossbar. Was it tipped? Looks like it.
Yeah. Well, that's a great save by Silkowitz. It's not an easy wall to get the ball up and over because Carly Lima is standing there, 5'10", and still it's Moultrie who finds that space right above the wall.
Didasco, trouble clearing. Bibar all the way back to the midfield. Tomorrow's action kicks off with Kenza Dali and the San Diego Wave heading east to take on Trinity Rodman and the Washington Spirit at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. Vignola trying to take those long strides. Rachel Hill not allowing it. Coffey. 2 goals and 3 assists for Sam Coffey this year. And both of their goals on penalties.
It's good work from Bay because they recognize that Portland is trying to overload on one side, get Vignola higher. So they just flood numbers there. Don't let Portland switch the point of attack and win the ball back. And now look, they're just pushing Portland farther and farther back. Overall, this has been much more of an aggressive press from Bay than I expected. I actually thought Portland was going to be the team on the front foot, pressing high, trying to win the ball back early, setting the tempo of the game.
Sydney Collins, now her 5th start with this Bay team. 5 straight since she was traded from North Carolina at the end of August, Collins. And she's played more in just this little stretch than she had in 2 years in the NWSL. Fractured both of her ankles in succession. That's just been a journey for Sydney Collins to get back on the pitch, and she had a lot of great things to say about Christine Sinclair as well. Played on the Canadian national team together, and she said before one of her first games with Canada, Christine Sinclair just came up to her and said, "You've got this. Just help calm the nerves." Yep. And if Sinclair says you've got this, you probably do.
Yeah, just a boat of confidence there going into her first international cap. I think she said against Jamaica. Or it was the first time they were playing away in Jamaica, and I think Collins has been crucial. It's been, I would say for both of these teams, it's 2 of the teams in NWSL who have had the most difficult time when it comes to season-ending injuries and maternity leave to key players. When you think about this Bay team, they lose not just 2 center backs, they lose multi-champion in NWSL with Emily Menges and then Abby Donkemper, World Cup winner, in their center back leadership in the middle of season, both of them pregnant, and congratulations to them. I love that we're seeing that more and more in NWSL. But now it is allowed these 2 players in Collins and Courtnall to come over from North Carolina and have a starting spot right away. And I think they've solidified that they work well together. You got to imagine at North Carolina, those 2 are playing together for the majority of minutes in the scout team as they were in that team together this year. So it's been a pretty seamless transition.
Reyes, Moultrie against Bailey. Corner kick coming. Dorian Bailey looks uncomfortable. Oh, looks like it ricocheted actually off of Moultrie.
Dorian Bailey just gets caught in the face right there by Olivia Moultrie's arm, and there it just tips off of Moultrie as Bailey goes to the ground. Just watch Bailey and Bodie as Bay start to build. They're playing the almost dual 8s here, so they'll get back and forth trying to find the pocket, but those 2 have been important so far in the way that Bay have built through the lines.
Well, for Bailey, it's her 3rd straight start with Bay. Moultrie gets turned around to throw in here for Portland. 8 wins on the season right now. The Thorns are in 6th place. They have dreams of getting a home playoff game in the quarterfinal here at Providence Park. When you see this crowd, it makes sense why they would want that. That's some work to do.
Yeah. But it's doable, right? With 4 games left. This is a must-win game. You're playing the team in 13th place. You have to get points in this game if you're Portland. And if you look at the table, Maura, 3rd to 9th, separated by 6 points. Couple of wins in the last 4 of season here for Portland would really set them up for success in trying to get a home playoff win or game.
But they also have not clinched the postseason, and a couple of losses, you might find yourselves on the outside looking in. That's just how tight things are. Only Kansas City, who won the Shield already, and Washington have clinched postseason spots. Chicago's eliminated. That's all we know right now. Vignola. That's got to be difficult, being traded in the middle of the week, and now you have to step on the pitch with another team. M.A. Vignola.
I was just watching her during warm-ups, and she was by herself, just looking like she was focusing, getting her game face on, but it made me think, like, is that just getting into a new team? Are you not comfortable just to be yourself in those moments? It seems already one of the things that helps as a player, getting minutes right away. And this, getting into attacking positions, this is where M.A. Vignola can be excellent. And so that's going to settle her down, make her feel more comfortable with a whole new squad around her.
Bodie fouled by Vignola. Oh, Vignola, 4 years with Angel City, including this season, and a goal and 2 assists, 16 starts with the LA side in 2025. Led the team in interceptions, tackles. The second best 11 in 2023. That's a lone year that Angel City's made the postseason since they joined the NWSL in 2022. Bailey in the 18, muscled away by Vignola. Now she plays it long for Torden. Collins. Sydney Collins from Beaverton, Oregon. Grew up coming to these Portland Thorns games. Part of the Thorns Academy as well growing up. And a giveaway to Fleming. Spanstra shoots wide. Alexis Spanstra has not scored with this Portland team since joining in August of 2024. Was traded from Kansas City.
Well, unfortunately here, it's Collins who gives the ball away, and Fleming knows where the space is, far side of the field. But that for Spanstra, she needs to do better in those moments. Credit to Courtnall for getting across, making the angle difficult. But that's where you want some experience, right? Cut the ball back, spin turn, be aware of where the pressure is coming from. And if you're in the box and you spin turn, can you draw a penalty, which this Portland team has been so good at this season.
Well, 8 penalties drawn by Portland this year. That's the most in the NWSL. They made 6 of them. Coffey had 1 saved, Moultrie 1 off the crossbar. Sam Hyatt. Arnold closing in there was Hill. Rising forward, Torden. Bodie. And now Coffey. Fleming. And taken away by Tess Bodie. Reyes tracking back defensively. Tough. Melanson nearly pokes it away. Hyatt, dangerous pass, considering the speed of Carly Lima.
Melanson's just everywhere. She was fouled there. This is the player, she's top 5 in the league in interceptions here. She does a good job of just starting everything, getting a little toe on it to create pressure on Arnold, win the second ball here centrally. It's a little Energizer bunny here on the near side.
Well, brings us to our league leaders, sponsored by State Farm, as you mentioned. 43 interceptions for Alyssa Melanson this year. Only Taylor Flint has more. On the service, Bailey has time. Off her left foot, no, blocked. And Turner gets it out there. Offside, though, against Bay. It's a good ball in the box, and numbers flooding into the danger area. The line from Portland keeps this run from Bailey offside, so it's Hyatt who makes sure she's in the proper place to let Bailey run off, trust the referee to make the right decision. And it's important for, you know, we talk about the center backs for Bay, but for Portland, they bring in Sam Hyatt this year, and with so many different players leaving, and really a carousel of different pairings in the center back space for the Thorns, I think this combo between Obeys and Hyatt is really good. They balance each other when it comes to experience, when it comes to tempo and speed. Obeys can cover Hyatt in different areas, but Hyatt has the experience in NWSL. Some of those big moments where she can really shine. Well, she's sitting on her mic. I think she might have tripped over it as we see this. Yeah, it was already landing, tumbling down, and then fell on the microphone there. Yeah. Tess Bodie. I'm gonna have to charge her for that. Well, Bodie was a regular starter last year, often referred to as the heartbeat of this Bay team, but was injured at the start of the season. Then coach's decision kept her out of the lineup. B-Bar. Unfortunate trip there for Bailey. Still through the air. Drops down for B-Bar. Collins. Oh, we're half an hour into this game. No score yet between the Portland Thorns and Bay FC here at Providence Park. Fleming on the steal, Obeys. On the Danish international. And Sam Hyatt, who won a shield with Seattle in 2022, which I know is not something you're supposed to bring up. Anything Seattle here at Providence Park. We saw Christine Sinclair. She got a really cool jacket, custom made. Didn't say nice things about Seattle on that jacket, did it?
No, I think Sinclair liked what it said about Seattle. What a cool jacket they presented her, too. If you didn't get a chance to watch that ceremony, I'm sure it's all over social now. And what a great speech by not only Marion Doherty, Emily Menges, former teammates of Christine Sinclair here at Providence Park for the Thorns, but also what Sinclair said. It was a longer speech than I thought she was going to give. I think everybody there loved it too.
Spanstra on that pass from Moultrie, and Melanson first to it. Well, Spanstra getting the start. This team is very injured right now, the Portland Thorns. Well, they brought in Julie Dufour from Angel City. Was traded just a couple of weeks ago. And Dufour, unfortunately, after scoring 2 goals with the Thorns, tore her ACL.
It's been a lot of knee injuries for this Thorns team this year. A couple of them before the start of the season. Morgan Weaver right at the beginning, having to get another knee surgery. And then you lose Kaya Hanks. You lose Dufour, and it's difficult when you're looking at that. You know, that's if I'm in the Thorns front office or technical staff, I'm thinking, okay, we got to change this, right? There's something that we got to look at more to make sure that this doesn't keep happening. And then you have 2 players out with maternity leave, so this is a thin team. It's one of the reasons why they needed M.A. Vignola too, to be able to solidify their back line. But I think last week was a good example, Maura, when they don't have a player like Raylan Turner are available from the beginning, they have to adapt the way that they play because they don't have a lot of options that can have that much impact.
Hyatt cuts it across to Jordan. Fleming. Offside against the Thorns.
And when I mean that impact, what Turner has done this year, right? The number of goals that she's been able to score with 5. So if she's not in the starting lineup, it really is difficult for Portland. But she's been quiet already this game.
Well, for Turner, it's been 7 games without a goal. Her last goal was against Seattle on August 10th. Not just 2 wins since the summer break for the Thorns of 9 games played.
There's a good rotation there.
Hill looking for Bodie. Obeys, sticks a leg out. Didasco, Vignola whiffs on it. And Vignola and Didasco both down. Vignola still struggling to get up. Hill off the cross. Obeys again. Redirects. Well, Emmy Vignola is limping still. Brooklyn Courtnall, USC grad, and Silkowitz. And Courtnall's technically on loan from North Carolina through the end of 2025. There's 3 appearances with the Courage before joining this Bay team. Bailey on the wing off the cross. Bodie, Lima. Dish to Huff, who shoots and scores. Bay takes the lead. It's Taylor Huff, the rookie. Her 3rd goal this year. And that quiets the crowd here at Providence Park.
What both these teams love is to create overloads in the channel, and it takes some patience here from Portland, but they find Bailey rotated into the outside right channel, and then it's Huff at the top of the box, ready and willing to take the shot, sets herself up on her left foot, and this is something she has done time and time again. She has practiced this. Not the hardest of finishes when it comes to power, but it's the precision that matters here for Taylor Huff. A big goal for Bay FC on the road, up 1-0.
Very Christine Sinclair-esque. Great precision.
I don't think Sinclair's gonna like that, but
no.
You're right. I'm sure
Taylor,
she watched a lot of Christine Sinclair growing up.
I think all of the players on the pitch did, most likely. Taylor Huff has started every game this year for Bay. The only other rookie to do that in the NWSL this year is Riley Tiernan with Angel City. A lot of questions going into this game. Who's going to score?
Yeah.
Penelope Hawking, leading scorer with 5 goals, still recovering from injury, unable to start. She's on the bench tonight. And we have Rachel Kundananji, 4 goals and 3 assists, unavailable due to yellow card suspension. Well, the answer is Taylor Huff.
Which it doesn't surprise me that it comes from her at the top of the box. So even playing this left winger position, she knows the times where the space is going to be available. So she tucks herself inside, sets herself up nicely with a good preparation touch, and can put Bay up before halftime.
Fleming, Moultrie, bit of a hesitation there. And that passes behind Reyes. Melanson, who's been, as you mentioned, all over the pitch tonight, obeys. A step past Lima. Coffee to Turner, stretching for it. Silkowitz covers.
You can't leave Turner free like that, creeping on the back line, because she's scored goals like this. And Coffee's eyes are wide open, saying, this is the space I want. It's just a little too far. Can Turner run slightly faster? Can Coffee take a little bit less on that ball in behind? But we saw Turner We've seen her take the ball down like that. We've seen her score a header from that distance. And one of the things Sam Coffey said she's wants to do well tonight is making sure that she's playing forward, progressive passes. And it's the recognition there that there's space in behind the back lane, even if it's a little bit for Bay FC. She wants to go forward as quickly as possible when Bay gets in a really expansive shape.
Lima, who assisted Huff on that goal, her first assist. Huff to Dorian Bailey. In a space, into the 18, off the cross. Melanson saved by Arnold.
Wow. That's an excellent save by Mackenzie Arnold. And when Bay's attacking down the right, they've been able to switch the point of attack. And actually, I think that touch from Fleming helps Bailey out here. But look at this. Looks like a go-go gadget arm there from Mackenzie Arnold. I don't know how she gets there. Pushes it away. It's going to be a great angle. Keeping her team in this.
No, Melanson on this corner kick. Denied on that chance by Mackenzie Arnold. And we'll do it again. Melanson has one career NWSL goal. It was against Portland on June 7th, the game winner. And nearly doubled Bay's lead right there. Melanson. Nothing much on that set piece opportunity.
Well, also just a weird place to loft the ball into, and you have everybody on the goal line. It's asking for a counterattack.
Melanson off the volley, way high. I'll witness the fastest female track and field athletes from around the world compete for a record-breaking prize. Catch Athlos NYC live on ION. Coverage starts October 10th at 7 p.m. Bodie was looking for Huff, blocked there by Sam Hyatt. Vignola. Bodie regains, ricochets off Vignola. B-bar, and it sails up. Moultrie first to it.
Well, this is when Moultrie tends to get that little twinkle in her eye and look for a goal. Of her 4 goals, I think 3 of them have been scored in these last 15 minutes of the first half. She's just not content with where this game is at. Can she be the game changer here for Portland?
Oh, misconnection there, Bailey and Huff. Spanstra. Moving centrally. Fleming on the swing here to Turner, looking to build Portland. Turner, stolen, B-bar.
I get Spanstra trying to make a run, but why go into the space that Turner is so good at attacking? Let Turner go in isolation there. 1v1 against Didasco, because a long touch, Turner's gonna win that foot race. Instead, Spanstra gets in there, just crowds up that area, and Turner's thinking, where do I go? Tries to dribble inside and the ball gets taken away. It's just a little sloppy from Portland when they do get the ball in those transition moments where they can be excellent.
Didasco on the throw, her team with the lead thanks to Taylor Huff. Arnold, Hyatt, Melanson.
If I was playing against Lindsay Melanson, you know what I'd do? I'd tempt her with a short run, like I wanted the ball at the feet, and then I'd go right in behind. And so she doesn't know if you're going to keep checking to the ball or go the opposite direction. And it feels like it's the same play over and over again, where then she just bites, jumps the passing lane, and wins the ball back to help reignite or regain the ball for her team in the attacking half. Just have to be more creative with the way that you run against these outside backs for Bay, because they want to come and jump the passing lane. There's Diasco on the other side doing the same thing.
Turner slices, now to Fleming. Little touch to Sam Coffey. Reyes. Spanstra. On the underlapping run, Reyes. Coffey. Spanstra being forced back by Dorian Bailey. Hyatt. Saturday Night Soccer on Ion is presented by Capital One. Obeys. Vignola. Attempting to find the equalizer. Portland here before the halftime break.
What a touch.
Dorian Bailey, as Huff just juked out the defender there in Reina Reyes. The ball for Lima. Obeys wins out. It'll stay here in the final third with Bay. Rob Gale looking on, hoping his team can defend here. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Just a throw-in for Melanson. Well, the fan base here at Providence Park, the Riveters, they haven't had much to hear about so far.
It feels like they're ready to explode, though, just on the edge of their seats. This is a packed house to watch Christine Sinclair get her jersey retired alongside Tiffany Milbritt there. And this crowd is ready to cheer. Christine Sinclair is ready to cheer. There's definitely something that she wants here is a win on such a big occasion.
Well, what do you think her advice to this Portland team would be?
Honestly, right now, Maura, I feel like they got to wake up a little. It feels like they have not come into this game with the energy that it deserves. 4 games left. It's really all or nothing. Now you're losing 1-0. You have to set the tone. You're at home. This is one of the hardest places to play if you're an away team in the league, and it doesn't feel that way right now. So get in some tackles. Move the ball quicker. The pace of play is too slow for Portland, either with the ball at their feet or the way that they're passing through the lines. It has to have a little bit more zip to it.
Well, there's a lot of pressure for Portland after that 3-0 loss to Gotham, because it's a litmus test against a team that will most likely be in the postseason in Gotham. A team that knocked Portland out 2 years in a row. As over the back there, Melanson slams Spanstra. Then you consider that this week, Portland loses a beloved teammate in Hina Sagita to Angel City.
Yeah, it's been a difficult week. As Spanstra gets the worst of that challenge there. But one thing we've learned about this Portland team this year, Maura, is count them out. They want to prove everybody wrong. They've played with a chip on their shoulder the entire season, and that's what they need for the second 45, because this has been Bay FC setting the tone with the press, making Portland play at the tempo that they want to play at, get the goal, and now Portland's playing from behind.
Well, that takes us to the end of the first half. 1-0, a lead for Bay over the Portland Thorns. A lone goal scored by rookie Taylor Huff. And we'll send it to the Ion studio with Seb and Kylan.
Maura, Jordan, thank you so much. Bay FC clinging to a 1-0 lead over Portland. We told you before the game kicked off, anything but a win for Bay FC, and their playoff dreams would come to an end tonight. They are playing like it. When we return, we'll have highlights as well as plenty of analysis from a busy 45 minutes at Providence Park. Bay FC leads the Portland Thorns 1-0.
Saturday Night Soccer on Ion is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? This is the NWSL on Ion Halftime Show, presented by Verizon.
The scene was perfectly set tonight for the Portland Thorns. Big game at home in front of a packed house, honoring Christine Sinclair before the match. And yet after 45 minutes, it is Bay FC that holds the 1-0 lead. Welcome into our Atlanta studios alongside Colin Mills. I'm Sebastian Salazar. 45 minutes in the books between Portland and Bay FC. What'd you make of the first half?
Portland was really lacking in their energy to start off this game, Seb. This is a Thorns team that we're used to seeing come out very aggressive, high energy in their press, especially at home. But it was totally lacking in that first 45, a really surprising start, especially because head coach Rob Gale told us coming into this match his team was going to have the green light and the intensity was going to be the focus early. Meanwhile, Bay FC doing a great job in possession, really attacking the space between the lines. Then when they were able to get it up in the final third, doing a really good job of exposing the spaces and the lack of marking at times from this Thorns team. Also, final third efficiency has been lacking for Bay FC. They got one on the board early, which is a really positive sign for Albertine Montoya's side.
Yep, Taylor Huff there with the goal in the first half. Let's check out the highlights from the opening 45 minutes of play at Providence Park. 18 minutes in, good chance for the Thorns here. Olivia Moultrie, Kylan, just sends it over the bar.
Jordan Silkowitz was ready to be called into action.
I think she might have got a touch there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Let's give her some credit.
Well, yeah, she was there. Whether she made the touch or not, to be determined. 36th minute here. Carly Lima gets the pass inside here. The 18 lays it off, and Taylor Huff curls it in. A beautiful strike, her third of the season, puts Bay FC in front. This was huge.
Big goal for Bay FC and a dagger for Portland. A few minutes later, a little bit more from Bay FC. It looked like the team on the verge of a playoff spot. Instead of Portland, Dorian Bailey going to pick out Alyssa Melanson, and what a save there from Mackenzie Arnold.
Whew. Arnold just laying out, I think Jordan Angeli said, go, gadget arm right there. It didn't look like it was a part of her body the way she reached that out and got the touch. As we take a look at the halftime stats, that was a big stop to keep this at a 1-0 match. Bay FC with a little bit of the edge in terms of the shots on target, expected goals, slight edge in possession, but Portland's going to really have to turn up the dial set to get something on the board in the second half.
Yep, when we come back, we're taking a look at game one of our doubleheader. Huge match between North Carolina and Louisville. Time for our Reliable Connections presented by Verizon, taking you back to game one of our doubleheader, Louisville, North Carolina, earlier tonight. Huge game between these two. We're going to call this one, Kylan, the Emma Sears game.
Sears with her first brace in this game. Spoiler alert, here was goal number one, really getting racing off on the right foot early in the second half. But she wasn't done yet. 79th minute. We talked about this in the pregame. Louisville on set pieces. Ball falls to Sears. She makes no mistake about it. Icing this game. 3-1 would be the final, and a massive 3 points for the visitors.
10 goals now on the season for Emma Sears. Louisville there you see right now, 6th. In that's a live table, by the way, so of course that could change by the end of the night. North Carolina, disappointing result for them as they sit 9th right now, just outside the playoff picture. And Portland, who are watching right now, sit 8th, but could be tied for 3rd if they can come back and win this thing. Christine Sinclair could help. Maybe they can get her down into the dressing room. Second half coming up next from Providence Park. This is the NWSL Halftime Show presented by Verizon.
Saturday Night Soccer on ION is sponsored by Fubo. Live TV and sports without cable. Try free at FuboTV.com. And Tableau. Watch live sports and 100+ channels subscription free. Well, a very special day here at Providence Park. Portland legend Christine Sinclair enters the Ring of Honor, has her jersey retired with the Thorns. Looking on here, 79 goals across all competitions. That's second in NWSL history for Christine Sinclair. We had a great conversation with Portland midfielder Sam Coffey. She told us that her first ever road trip, she roomed with Sinclair. Her plan was to make herself invisible, but Sinclair, already with 2 championships and a shield at that time, was welcoming to the rookie. They stayed up late, classic Canadian fashion, watching hockey, and it was the beginning of a mentorship, a friendship that helped shape Coffey into the captain she is today.
Yeah, Sam Coffey said the biggest way she's grown this year was leadership, but that first year, her first preseason game with Portland, nervous as she's ever been, Sinclair comes up to her afterwards and says, "You're good." Well, more, she added an extra word into the middle of "you're good." You guys can all read between the lines there. But the vote of confidence that gave Coffey, and also it taught her how to lead, to make every player feel important. That's something that Christine Sinclair did really well, and something that Sam Coffey is continuing to do with this Portland team.
Well, underway here in the second half between the Portland Thorns and Bay FC. And it's the Thorns that have some work to do, down 1-0. Taylor Huff has the only score in this game. Alongside Jordan Angeli, I'm Maura Sheridan. Thank you so much for joining us here. Saturday Night Soccer on ION. No subs for either of these teams. Mackenzie Arnold. Honestly, it could be 2-0, but Mackenzie Arnold made a great save towards the end of that first half to deny Alyssa Melanson.
But already you've seen Portland in the first minute of the second half. It was Sam Hyatt who comes in with a big crunching tackle, trying to set the tone. Portland on the ball a little bit more, but they've struggled here. Getting out of this, look at Bay just throwing numbers into the channel, flooding this zone and winning the ball back, or trying to. It's Collins who fouls. Well, that's something Bay have done really well in this game.
Turner gets crunched here.
Yeah, a shove in the back, but also I think it's just a clip on the right foot from Collins on Turner. But they need to get Turner on the ball more. So whether it's to her feet, or if they can find that little bit of space when Portland regain the ball in quick transition. Here, can you find Jessie Fleming? That ball needs to go to her, and can she switch the point of attack? It's scary at times to play through the press of Bay, but you have to be bold, especially if you're going to want to isolate Raylan Turner on this left side.
Well, for Bay, they have to win this game. Otherwise, they are eliminated from playoff contention. So a draw, a loss, not going to cut it. You can feel that in the way that Bay is playing tonight.
Yeah, they definitely have a do-or-die type of mentality about them. High pressing, haven't given up much more at halftime. This is a Portland team who only had 2 shots, only one of them on frame in that first 45 minutes. Bay's going to feel really confident about that, and a lot of it has to do with how they high press.
Well, against Gotham, just 2 shots on target in that game as well. So offensively going a little cold here. The Thorns, not a great time for that. And you consider only 3 games left after this one in the NWSL regular season. Pietra Torden. Jordan Silkowitz hasn't seen much action come her way today.
But even this is higher from Portland. Moultrie now up front with Torden. Looks like a 4-2-4 press, and they win the ball back higher. This is what we were asking for in the first half. And especially the way that Bay play. Look at how wide their center backs are. If you can go press them in that 4-2-4, get numbers high up on the field, there are large gaps you can play through if you win the ball back in the middle of the field.
Bodie obeys. Gets some help there from Turner. Just disrupts Tess Bodie. Collins. Bay likes 1-goal games.
Yeah. They only had 5 multi-goal games in their year.
You know what they really would like? A win, considering they haven't
seriously.
won in 11 matches.
And sometimes you just have a team's number, Maura, and that's how Bay feel against Portland. They aren't intimidated when they come play here. 3-1 win last year, their first journey to Providence Park, up 1-0 here, setting the tone. You know, in the grand scheme of things, even if they win tonight, it might be too little too late for this Bay FC team, but this is the kind of confidence you need when you're in this rut to have a big win away from home.
Well, this Bay team has an expansion side in 2024. Made the playoffs, lost in a quarterfinal in extra time to Washington. It's just been a tumultuous season here in 2025. Albertine Montoya stepping down at the end of the year. They lose their leading goal scorer, Asisat Oshawala, transferred to Saudi Arabia. Lots of injuries, maternity leaves. Sam Coffey, Moultrie shoots, the equalizer! Olivia Moultrie! Exactly what these fans have been waiting for. Her 5th goal on the year, and it starts from the captain, Sam Coffey.
And Sink and all the former Thorns up in her box are loving it. And this is just like the last goal that the Thorns scored here at Providence Park. Sam Coffey puts the team on her back and she says, let's go. She finds Moultrie with this little slip pass outside of the foot, and then Moultrie isn't missing from there. This is one of the leaders in NWSL with shot creating actions, either from herself or trying to get somebody else into a good goal scoring position. Here, she doesn't need anybody else. She says, let's go. We got to get after this. You can't be losing this game here at home with a chance at hosting a playoff spot within their grasp.
Well, for Moultrie, that's her 15th goal in her NWSL career. First goal, not as a teenager in this league. Turned 20 in September. Moultrie. Turner.
Yeah, that was smart from Turner. She just bodies off Didasco, knows she's going to jump for the ball. So almost boxed her out like you're playing basketball. Put your body between her and the ball, and now here come Portland with a lot more numbers forward than we've really seen them throughout the entire game.
Interestingly enough, that's the first Moultrie goal at Providence Park this year. It livens up this crowd. It got really quiet in that first half.
Which I don't think we've ever said before for Providence Park. I don't remember talking about it being quiet there. They just need something to cheer for.
Melanson, B-bar. On the swing here to Sydney Collins. Didasco. Taylor Huff. Possessing now for Bay, and inching forward in this pressure. Portland. Bebar. Through the middle, Bailey. Pushing forward, Bodie. Now Huff right in front of Albertine Montoya and this Bay bench. Quick passes for the visitors. Dynasco is looking for a cross. Turner says no. Now Huff. Oh, Lima's open. Bodie. And Fleming. Runs into Bebar. Wants a foul call, not going to get one. Using the width here. Dynasco off the cross. And Coffey steps in front.
This is where Bay has been confusing all year long, because that was a great bout of possession for them. They want to be, or under Albertine Montoya, have wanted to be a possession-oriented team, and they clearly have the ability to do that. There's just been a lack of identity for this group within this 2025 season. But man, when they get the ball zipping around, it's pretty fun to watch.
Vignola to Arnold. Lima looming there. A dicey moment in the first half. Arnold with Carly Lima. Well, a couple of players down on the pitch here.
And Thomas Schneider did a good job here, the center official, of letting the play go on, but it's the foul here on Sam Coffey, from Sam Coffey on Bailey. He says, is there an advantage? No. So he ends up bringing it back. I think Fleming thought it was on her, but it was definitely Coffey here.
Well, her assist to Olivia Moultrie. She's now tied with Christine Sinclair. Sam Coffey, third most assists in Thorns history with 17. And Coffey doing that in a pretty short period of time. She joined this club in 2022.
Kind of had a feeling, just the passing of the torch tonight.
Lima, some pace to that cross. Bebar. Little touch to Bodie, intercepted there by Fleming. Reyes. And Fleming got stepped on.
That's unfortunate. It's the best look we've seen from Spanstra. She looked really confident in the way that she turned. She found that forward pass, progressed it through the seams of Bay FC. And those are the moments where Torton will just continue to find her footing as a center forward. But if she can take that down, either advance past the back line, she finds the right gaps more often than not, Maura. She's in between the center backs or finding the back shoulder. It's just execution in those moments that's going to continue to allow Pietra Torton to find her next phase of being the number 9 for this Portland Thorns team. Some pretty big shoes to fill.
21 years old, Pietra Torton. Reyes. Surveys. Spanstra. Well, heel pass from Fleming. Torton tried to hold it up there. Bebar. And a clear foul against Torton. Frustration.
Well, Torton again just misplays this ball. Grabs at Bebar there and then chops her down.
Two Ivy League adversaries. 3 years for Bebar at Harvard. And
you think there's a little added
rivalry in there. Torden went to Princeton. Bodie. Bibar. Cordnall. And Silkowitz. Taylor Huff was the first to score. It was a 1-0 lead at the halftime break for Bay FC. Then Liv Moultrie scores her 5th goal of the season. Just 6 minutes into this second half, and that's where we sit right now, level at Providence Park. Over 21,000 in attendance here at Providence Park. Jordan on the wing looking for the cross. And it will be a corner kick for the Thorns.
Well, even within these last 5 minutes, it hasn't been successful every time Jordan has gotten the ball, but she's been active, pressing the back line, pushing them, softening it, to then here get to the end line, draw, earn a corner kick, get her team up the field.
Moultrie looking to take the lead. Header, Reyes down and wide. Well, 2 changes coming in here for Portland. And we'll step aside for a short break. Two subs to tell you about. Alexis Spanstra comes out. Pietra Torden comes out as well. Amy Aladu enters the game, the Canadian international. And Valerin Loboa, the 18-year-old Colombian, signed in September, making her 2nd NWSL appearance. Came in for 6 minutes against Gotham. Oh, likely be a longer stretch here at Providence Park. And Bay makes a sub as well. Rachel Hill comes out. Penelope Hawking comes in. So Bay gets to bring in their leading scorer this season off the bench. Hawking with 5 goals and an assist.
That's 4th of their goals right now, Maura. So they've really struggled without Penelope Hawking finding someone with consistent goal-scoring threat. So you bring Hawking in. And the thing I love about her is she's comfortable in the channel. She can play in the pocket, likes to get the ball and drive at the back line, on the dribble. They're happy to have her back out on the field. And
well, Hawking got injured August 10th and didn't appear until the Utah game last week, dealing with a stress injury in her left foot. It was terrible timing. It was red hot. And it was Hawking finally finding her stride with this Bay team. A 3-game scoring streak. Sam Coffey, that's fouled by Dorian Bailey.
The referee playing advantage initially, but I think then you can just actually call the foul that happened on Coffey because it's farther down the field. You play the advantage. So Vignola had gotten fouled, but I'd rather have the ball here if I were Portland. So if you're going to let it play that much longer, well, I don't even know if Coffey gets fouled there. It looks like the ball gets caught up between her feet.
Well, while Emma Vignola just getting tended to, will step aside.
Caitlin Clark from the logo.
You know, life would be easier if I could do everything from the logo.
Allow me to assist.
The answer is Sheboygan.
Image. P-E-Z-O-L. Bottom row.
From the logo. State Farm with the assist.
Oh, Vignola just did a hot shot, so getting stretched out right now as we take a look at the NWSL standings. And we've got some teams in green and red. And for Bay, if this holds, eliminated from the postseason.
Which is why they're hopeful that Penelope Hocking can come in, make a difference. It's been a difficult second half for Bay. They were really on the front foot in the first half. But can Lima get a hold of the ball? Can they be direct in moments, I think, too, to try to stretch the seams of Portland at times? And then if it does call for it, like we've seen in moments of good possession from Bay, they did have a bout in this second half where they possessed the ball well. It almost feels like against this Portland team, you have to have a duality to the way that you attack them.
Well, it's been a difficult second half of the season in general for this Bay team. And before the summer break, they were right there to make the postseason and just fallen off. And can they work their way back into this match at Providence Park? Rob Gale.
I thought he was going to throw it in for a second.
He wanted to move quickly. So does Sam Coffey. And a corner's coming, a set-piece opportunity.
And this is also when Portland is at their best, when Coffey has some freedom to where she can pop up in the attack. And the couple of times they've had good attacks, it's been her over here in the left flank.
Coffey plays it to Moultrie. That's a combo that led to the goal. Fleming. Aladu. Chips it high over the head of everyone there for the Thorns. Oh, maybe Aladu, her 18th appearance since joining this team at the end of March. Caught a glimpse there of Penelope Hocking, shaded out there by Obeys.
Why doesn't she go press? Carly Lima's almost clipped the ball 2 times, one successfully, one nearly off of Arnold. I don't see why she stops there. Go put her under pressure. And instead, now your team has to retreat 50 yards in the opposite direction.
Fleming. Well, now it's Bay who looks a little bit off kilter, maybe a little bit sluggish, and it's Portland who's growing into this match. Reyes on the combination with Coffey. Taking on 2 defenders. And it's not a clean tackle from Hocking. It's a yellow card. That was well behind Reyes.
I love Reina Reyes' ability to get forward here, and she takes up that internal channel, making it difficult for Hocking to have a clean recovery run back. And that, just from the angle at which Hocking goes after this, I think because she's slightly from the side, it saves her here, because that could have easily been a man-down situation for Bay. But it ends up just being a yellow card. And what's happened for Bay is now they feel the desperation. So they're not pressing together as a unit. It's been individual pressing. It's created bigger gaps in their defensive structure, and Sam Coffey is going to recognize that right away. She switches the point attack. And this is how you end up getting Olivia Moultrie over a set piece on the right side of the box.
Exactly what the Thorns would want. Right in front of the Rose City Riveters as well. Moultrie off her right foot, straight to goal! Olivia Moultrie! A brace! Christine Sinclair loves it! And Portland takes the lead! Well, she's a set-piece queen for a reason. You have to have some serious confidence to go outside of the wall, but we knew that since she was 15 years old. Olivia Moultrie oozes confidence. And here, around the wall, sneaks it in the near post and celebrates right away, knowing that it's going to the back of the net. Her first ever brace for Portland in the biggest of moments. Take a bow, Olivia Moultrie. Oh, Moultrie. We talk about Sam Coffey being patched the torch from Christine Sinclair, but Olivia Moultrie was a youngster on that championship roster in 2022 as well. Won a shield with Sinclair, and now Moultrie with her, as you mentioned, first ever brace. She's now surpassed her goal total from last year as well, with 6 this season.
Right after the summer break, I spoke to Olivia Moultrie when Portland went out to play Washington, and I said, you've created the most chances in NWSL. You're right there. Her numbers should be 10 and 10 every year now, from now on, because she gets in the right places. She can score goals. She clearly has the key passes to set other players up. And she said, I just got to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not worried that I'm not getting assists. It's going to come. The goals, the assists are going to come if I keep doing the right thing. Well, her last 2 goals or 2 of her last 3 are off of direct free kicks. But it's also her just staying true to who she is, not deviating from what she can do in a game, how she can help her team. One of the things that I've loved about the way that she changed the game, Maura, by allowing teenagers to play in the NWSL, is we've gotten to see her grow up in this league, and she has become a leader for this team at just 20 years old.
Portland now the first team with 2 goals off of free kicks this year, both from Olivia Moultrie. Well, Emmy Vignola, her first start, her first appearance with this Portland side. A round of applause from the fans will exit the game as Caitlin Torpy enters.
Feels a lot better having to take Emma Vignola off after getting a cushion from Moultrie just minutes ago. You could hear in the first half Vignola playing down the left side and the fans cheering her on, excited for what she can add to this team. And I think she's going to be have a bright future here in Portland. Aggressive, athletic, can get forward. All the things that this Portland team at its best want out of an outside back.
Still plenty of time for Bay to find the equalizer, but they need more than that. Need 2 more goals to not be eliminated from the postseason contention, I should say. Although it feels like a playoff game, it is not one. Ooh! Oh, the 18-year-old Loboa just caught a glimpse of what she can do. It's on the Copa America roster with that Colombian squad that lost in heartbreaking fashion on penalties to Brazil this summer. She was the youngest member of that team. Heads it down. Huff. Didasco. Talaju presses. Taylor Huff trying to get out of it. Coffey smothering. 3 games since Portland's won here at Providence Park, and right now in a good position against Bay. 2 unanswered in this second half to take the lead, both from Olivia Moultrie. Bebar blazing forward though. The rookie skips it to Hawking. Hawking looking to fire. Torpy denies.
Excellent 1v1 defending there from Torpy. Not giving Hawking the run inside as she cuts it. Just all you need is a toe poke there to take her off her game. Push her wide all you want, but you don't give her that inside angle. And again from Torpy.
The Australian, Raylan Turner, leading scorer for this Thorns team. Off the cross, Silkowitz cuts it off. Lima just knocks into Sam Coffey. Subs coming in here for Bay. It's going to be Catherine Paulson and Caroline Conti as we take a look at this foul against Carly Lima.
And I think the frustration from Coffey here is just the number of fouls on her. Thinking it could have potentially been a yellow card there.
And now we'll take a break with a word from Capital One.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
So Caroline Conti, Catherine Paulson take out Carly Lima and Tess Bodie. Late subs for Albertine Montoya and this Bayside. Conti did not play against Utah. Previous 3 off the bench for this Bay team. And then for Paulson, this is just her 5th appearance this year. Turner. And now Collins. Reyes skies it up here. And dropping down for Fleming. Shifty. Moultrie. Now the 2025 NWSL Championship will be held at PayPal Park in San Jose, California. The NWSL Championship will air live in primetime on CBS on Saturday, November 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Tickets are on sale now and available on Ticketmaster. More details on Championship Week will be announced at a later date. For more info, please visit NWSLsoccer.com. Well, PayPal Park, the home of Bay FC.
This is where Bay can regain some of that energy back. They've got to be good off the ball because right now Portland has more numbers higher up on the field, so to play through that has proven to be difficult. Maybe sometimes just dump it in behind, make Portland turn around, face their own goal, and then send Conti forward. Paulson with some of that new energy out on the field, get them as high up on the field as possible.
Melanson off the interception, yet another for the outside back. Bibar worked around here to Hawking, edge of the 18, no shot from Hawking. Trying to regain possession, Melanson heads it forward. And not with enough juice there as Mackenzie Arnold picks it up. To go in this one. Courtnall, Bibar.
Tiny for Courtnall there in the back line.
Long ball, Huff. Old Taylor Huff about to come out of this game. Maddie Moreau replaces her. Well, Taylor Huff gave this Bay team the lead in the first half. Here's a look at that.
She was playing as a winger, but look at where she is, knowing that there's some space at the top of the box with Portland all squeezed to their left-hand side. At that point, Bay was really in charge of this game. Now just trying to get back in it. It's kind of been the opposite of games for both these teams. Neither team really has created that much going forward. More 0.35 and 0.36 when it comes to expected goals for both of those teams. And these are two teams who, when you're looking at NWSL, they have created the most chances. They have not scored. They put themselves in really good scoring positions, but haven't converted those the most. It's Portland at the top of that table, and then it's Bay. So I'm actually more impressed with the way that these two teams have defended as Didasco trying to jump the pass yet again. They haven't given up many opportunities, and yet still it's 2-1. Taking the most of those chances that they have had.
Well, Portland scored 7 goals in the final 15 minutes of matches. Bay, 0. That has to change. Foboa attempting to control. Rips a shot, it takes a deflection. Rolls wide.
This is just where that next level could come from Bay FC, because Moreau does a really good job here, and this is what you get from her. A different type of tenacity, but I think Hawking in that gap, the back line is pressed back. Hawking is right at the top of the box. Can you just dish it off to Penelope Hawking for her to find the back of the net in a better angle?
Off the cross. No one on the end of that. Loboa taking off. Collins just rips it away.
And if I'm Portland, I'm happy to be in this situation right now, Maura. You're up 2-1. This is a team who is desperate to find a goal. So whatever. We'll see what Bay continues to create in these last few minutes, but for Portland, in a space where you're trying to make the playoffs, yes, you need 3 points, but there's going to be situations, hopefully, when you're in the playoffs and you have this. You're up a goal, last 10 minutes. How do you defend? 1, keep the ball. 2, if you can't keep it, can you turn this team around? Don't lose it short. Don't allow a silly pass through the defensive and middle thirds be that transition point that a team can capitalize when you're stretched out slightly. And that's one of the things that Rob Gale has told us all year long, that this team, because they are young, they're a little naive in these types of moments, Maura. So how do they react these last 5+ minutes of the game to make sure they don't give up anything silly to Bay and they can keep this lead?
Torpy, Melanson. Runs out of space there. Saturday Night Soccer on Ion is presented by Capital One. Loboa, poked by B-Bar, Bailey, and Collins. Torpy, Coffee, nice touch around B-Bar. Turner, looking for the cross, drops down Aladu. Aladu bumped into Collins, it looked like. Not an easy pickup there for Silkowitz.
Bummer here from Aladu, because the Canadian international just takes a difficult first touch and she has to go away from her own goal. But it's all hard work from her to try to get back faced up. Well, this is better from Bay. Just get it down there. Send players forward. Win the first and second balls. Now fight, scrap, and get one good look.
Conti, Melanson, Murrow. 1v1 with Torpy, Coffee, Hawking, can't get there.
Murrow so good on the dribble, confident on the ball. It typically will come in as an outside back, but you can see she has the pace to get past Torpy a couple of times now. I would keep feeding her because Bay's finding some success down that far side.
Here she is again, Murrow. Conti on the spin, head-to-head with Moultrie. Collins. Didasco. Dorian Bailey squares, looking for Paulson. And just shaded there, Reyes. Moultrie. A little flick to Aladu. That's off the head of Mimi Aladu. B-Bar looking for Moreau, off her body, fires, Torpy, now Hawking, looking to shoot, moves it to her right, Conti, and it's deflected. That would have been the first goal in the run of play for Caroline Conti this year. The rest have been penalties. She has 3.
Well, I like this. You play it far post and it's scramble. I think Hawking makes it harder for herself than it has to be. But Fleming driving to get across the ball, obeys. Ooh, that hits her hand. That hit Obey's hand. And that's why you see the referee and Thomas Snyder holding the play up.
Ooh, I'm surprised. I'm surprised it wasn't looked at least. Far post, Arnold jumps in front.
But these are the margins, and I think for once over these last few games, Portland's going to feel like they aren't hard done by these types of moments. But the commitment from Fleming to get across the ball for Obeys there to get her body so to help Arnold out in the net. All good things. It's those little things that I was talking about that you have to kill off a game in these moments, and that type of commitment from not just your back line, your midfield line too, are essential if you're going to win games at this point of the season, but then especially when you get into playoffs.
Oh, Raylan Turner sits down, getting stretched out by Mimi Aladu as the training staff takes a look at Turner. And we'll take a look at the Capital One rewarding performance. And it begins with Sam Coffey.
Yeah, and Moultrie's just checking her shoulder a couple of times. So aware of her spacing, where she is on the field, so she can put that one away. And then this is just the confidence you have to go outside the wall. It has to go all the way outside the frame of the goal to come back in. First and second goals as a 20-year-old, huh? First brace in her career, and one that if you're Portland, that could be a catalyst for this team. Getting 3 points here to help propel them in these last few games of season.
So it looks like Rob Gale will make a change here. Turner comes out. Mally McKenzie comes in. This is a defensive change. McKenzie is played as an outside back for the Thorns this year.
We'll see exactly where Mally ends up setting up for Portland. Right now, she's just as a right winger, but we'll see if that, when Portland loses the ball, if she drops back a little bit more to make sure that they have numbers behind the ball. There she goes right away, sprinting back.
Only got 5 minutes of stoppage time, already 90 seconds into that. Didasco. Lunging. Bibar. Laboa. Aladu. One back by Bibar and Bay. Didasco. Collins has time. But this Bay team does not. Need 2 goals to not be eliminated from postseason contention. Didasco. Coffee. Loboa. Killing some clock here as it hangs up. Bailey. Coffee. Fouled.
I don't know about that, but for Bay, what an opportunity here. They've already sent Courtnell forward. The height that she has at 5'9" frame will be a good target for them. But also watch Maddie Moreau. She'll win those first and second balls.
The service, header, it was Moreau.
She's got a knack for popping up in the right spot.
Christine Sinclair, Karina LeBlanc, Drew Holiday, and Lauren Holiday. It's a pretty powerful selfie.
Tiff Milbritt there. I think that the order of operations was a little off. To have your tallest person for the selfie with Drew in the front.
He does have the longest arms.
It's true. He probably could have reached around everybody and still taken it.
Lauren Holiday's husband, Drew, now with the Portland Trailblazers, NBA team. Aladu tackled away by Courtnall.
Pretty cool, those two are rivals. They're pretty much their whole career. And yeah, here's Lauren Holiday at the game supporting Christine Sinclair. Such a big moment for her.
What do they say? Game recognized game?
Oh, yeah. And both those girls be balling. You like that?
A little NWSL After Dark here from you and I.
I don't know who laughed harder, you or our producer in my ear. Oh, that was good. Just surprised you coming out of my mouth. Nice.
Conti, Hawking. Well, time is ticking for Bay. Well, the fans can feel victory here at Providence Park. Aladu going straight to the corner. If Didasco lets her. Moultrie. Didasco. All the way back. Oh, Didasco just inching forward too much. Whiffed on there by Fleming. Hawking, Paulson aggressive there. This is it for Bay. Melanson. Oh, we're still going because Turner got injured. Extended us here in stoppage time. Moreau. Torpy denies. There's the final whistle. A 1-goal win for Portland over Bay. And we honored number 12, Christine Sinclair, but it's number 13 who's the superhero today for Portland. A brace for Olivia Moultrie, her first in her NWSL career. 2 unanswered goals for the Thorns in the second half, and they win.
Much better second half for the Portland Thorns, something they needed. This was a must-win game. When you're sitting in 6th and you're playing a team in 13th, playoff implications on the line, you have to be ruthless, and that's exactly what Christine Sinclair was when she was playing. And Olivia Moultrie is proving little by little that that is what she has inside of her too. Big win for Portland. They needed it here at home. These fans go home happy, not only seeing Christine Sinclair's name in the rafters, but their team securing 3 points.
Well, Bay officially eliminated from the playoffs. They're the second team in the NWSL this year. They needed a win at Providence Park. It was a tall task, and despite taking the lead in the first half, could not pull it off. Olivia Moultrie just took over this game, including a direct free kick goal. All smiles from the fans here at Providence Park. Just saw Christine Sinclair, her jersey retired, and the Thorns did right by her with a 1-goal win over Bay FC. We'll break it down on the other side. Saturday Night Soccer on ION is presented by Capital One. Welcome back to Providence Park. It's the home side. Portland Thorns with a 2-1 win over Bay FC. And Olivia Moultrie The brace tonight, the first in her career. Christine Sinclair with the hug. Olivia, have to ask you, this was Christine Sinclair's jersey retirement ceremony. You played with her. What impact has she had on you?
I mean, honestly, I have too short a time to be able to put that into words. Like, huge impact. Every moment I could learn from Sink, I really looked forward to that. And especially her last year, like, she gave me everything she had, and I really appreciate her. And I got caught up in the moment. I meant to give her a little shout out and put up what's 1-2 for her to put up a 12. But no, I thought about her when it went in, and I was just, we looked at a picture of her in the locker room pregame, and she was definitely our extra motivation for tonight.
It felt in many ways like a passing of the torch here tonight. But Liv, it took you guys a little bit of time to get in this game. Why, and what was the difference in that second half?
Yeah, I think, honestly, like, we've had a little bit of ups and downs this year. I feel like our last game, like, we just had to get back to really trusting ourselves, to showing up for each other, both like with our voices and actually with our actions and our movements. And obviously, I think that first goal like got us some momentum back. Our crowd is incredible. Like, they brought that energy for us 100%. And I think we just got that back. We got that bravery back. Like, we chose to be brave, and I think that got us right back in the rhythm of like the Thorns that we want to be. So
you have to be brave with shooting a free kick like that, Liv. What'd you see, and how many times have you practiced that?
Oh my gosh, the free kicks after practice, I've had to get kicked off the field so many times. They're like, we can't risk a muscle injury, you need to stop. But no, I like every angle I can after practice, just working on every possible thing. And I just felt like that was where I needed to go. And practice definitely is what is paying off in this instance for sure.
Yeah, it certainly paid off. Well, this team, it's time for a playoff push. You want a home playoff game. When you look at this crowd at Providence Park, it makes sense to get that. What's it going to take, though?
Honestly, what we showed up with in the last 30 minutes of that game, like, that's what it's going to take. It's not always going to be pretty, but just like every single person behind the ball, everyone willing to chase and show up and run for each other, like, that's what it's going to take. And I think we just reminded ourselves of that tonight. So
thanks, Olivia. Congratulations. Let's go get your roses.
Thank you guys so much.
Let's take a look at the highlights. There's a couple of them from this one. Bay and Portland, Christine Sinclair Hall of Fame jersey retirement ceremony. It takes Portland a while to get into this one because Bay scores first.
And Huff sets herself up really nicely here. Quick little touch with the outside of her foot to tee up her left. And then she places it beyond Arnold. And it would put Bay up 1-0 into halftime, where they were the better team in the first 45 minutes. But something clicked at half, and Portland came out knowing that they had to defend their turf. And this is what you would expect. Sam Coffey carrying the team. And great first touch from Moultrie in that little seam in front of the back line between the center backs. And it sets her up perfectly to take a powerful, low-driven shot near post. Impossible for Silkowitz to get there in time. But then the audacity for Moultrie to set up in this position, go with the right foot near post. It is just, I mean, you can see the reaction. Kat Williamson, Marion Dalmy, Christine Sinclair, legends for the Portland Thorns, watching in awe as Moultrie now carries the torch and carried this team through this one.
Well, Moultrie is now the leading scorer for this Portland team with 6 on the 2025 season. She's got her roses. Hugs from Sam Coffey as we take a look at the upcoming schedule. Well, the playoff push continues tomorrow as the San Diego Wave head east to take on Trinity Rodman and the Washington Spirit at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. And to close out the weekend, Angel City welcome Golden Boot contender Temwa Chewinga and the Kansas City Current at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time on CBS Sports Network. To watch more games and follow your favorite team, check out the schedule on NWSLsoccer.com. Well, a great way to send off a legend and have her jersey retired. Christine Sinclair now forever cemented, she already was, in Portland history, but at Providence Park. Just a day to remember here in Portland. These fans sticking around. Christine Sinclair, her jersey retirement ceremony goes in the Hall of Fame with the Portland Thorns, and she gets to see a win for Portland. 2-1 against Bay FC. Olivia Moultrie with her first ever brace in the second half. And Portland eliminates Bay from playoff contention. That's going to do it from our entire crew. From Jordan Angeli, I'm Maura Sheridan saying so long. Have a fantastic night, everyone.